welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Tiny Hell on Wheels. I am Hillary Tamar. I'm the maker, the doer, the crafter, the builder, the designer. I do it all, and I'm here to learn and show you how I do things. Hopefully you learn with me. I hope everybody's having such a fun and safe holiday. I have one last craft for you right before Christmas. It's super easy. It only took me like 20 minutes, and the materials for it can be found with whatever you have lying around in your house. You don't have to make a special trip to Joann Fabrics. You can just find something you have lying around and it'll work for you. So what screams Christmas to you guys? Because for me, what screams Christmas is a Santa hat. Of course, you saw the thumbnail, you clicked on it. We're making Santa hats. But if you know anything about me, I'm not into the red and white Christmas. I'm into the pink and white Christmas. So we were making a pink Santa hat. I think they're so cute. It's so fun. My pink Santa hat is made of this like snuggle fleece, sort of furry, I don't know what it is. My pink Santa hat is made of a really soft, furry pink fabric and a Sherpa brim and pom-pom. And I'm not just gonna make one Santa hat. I'm gonna show you how I made my Santa hat, but also a Santa hat for somebody else who's gonna wear it, who's gonna look super cute in a little teeny tiny one. I'm not gonna tell you who it is, you have to wait till the end to see it, but trust me, it is gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so fun. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications, and comment below, what do you think? If you didn't see my last video where I made these really cute felt Christmas trees, I will link it below so that you can also make some cute felt Christmas trees. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to crafting. Okay, so here is your trim fabric and the mystery pink fabric that is my main fabric, and a paper bag I opened up to use as my pattern making material. Make sure that you have two different colors, one for the main fabric of your hat and one for the trim. All I did for the pattern was to take my head circumference, which was 22 inches, and divide that in half. This line is the 11 inches plus ½ inch seam allowance. Make sure to mark where the midpoint is. Then I took the ruler and measured my desired length of hat, which was 14 inches. Then I just connected the lines to make a triangle. Next, I measured 14 inches from the point of the triangle down that first side of the triangle, across the bottom line, and to the other side, forming that semicircle shape that fits around my head. And of course, you cut it out. Always remember to label your pattern. One side of the triangle you want to label with fold, because that's where you'll put the fold of the fabric, and make sure you write what it is. Hillary's Santa hat. Now for the pom-pom pattern. I drew a 3½ inch square marking that middle point, and then made small marks measuring 3½ inches from that midpoint around the square, which formed my circle. And then I cut it out. And of course labeled it. Never forget to label your pattern. Okay, so now onto the fabric. I folded the fabric on the bias at the corner and lined my pattern up. I pinned it and then cut it out. Next, I folded an edge of some leftover Sherpa and cut out a folded section of 3½ inches by 11½ inches for the brim. And of course I couldn't forget that little pom-pom, so I just pinned it and cut out that little circle. Time to take it to the sewing machine. I made sure to fold the Santa hat right sides together and pin it super well. This fabric moved a lot when I tried to sew it without pins, so I highly recommend using extra pins. I just used a straight stitch to secure it. And it seemed to work better when I started at the point of the Santa hat instead of starting at the base. Then I took it to the serger. Usually I would serge first and straight stitch second, but the fabric moved too much and this seemed like a way easier choice. Then I pinned the Sherpa together, right sides together of course, and sent that through the serger just to bind the edges because they really do shed so much. So what I'm doing here is putting the brim inside of the hat. The hat is right side facing out and the brim gets turned so the right side is touching the hat's wrong side. I made sure the seams were lined up and then I pinned and serged them together. So then to keep the Sherpa from shedding, I just went ahead and serged around the outside of that brim to secure it. I also serged around the outside of the pom-pom to keep that from shedding, but I realized later it was kind of unnecessary. So then here I'm folding down just like a ½ inch of that brim where I serged it and then pinning it to the hat itself to give that perfect cuffed look. And I use a straight stitch to secure it onto the hat. To finish the pom-pom, I used a needle and thread to do a by hand running stitch, which I used to gather the edges together. I put a little piece of scrap fabric inside to give it some bulk, and I pulled the threads tight to close off the bottom. Then I hand stitched it closed and hand stitched it to the tip of the hat, making sure to grab both the pom-pom and the hat to make sure it was secure. Okay, so now real quick I'm going to show you how I made the little mini hat. I did not use a pattern, I just kind of repeated the same steps I did with the last one, but I just didn't make a pattern. So here I am using that same method of measuring how long I wanted the hat into that semicircle shape, which I think I used 7 inches for this one, and I thought that made a plenty big enough hat. Then I straight stitched the edges together, and I didn't bother serging because it didn't need to be as secure as my hat. It was just a quick hat. The only difference here is that I took a little piece of pink tulle that I had, cut it into 2-inch strips and about 18 inches long, and sewed that to either side of the inside of the hat for a way to secure the hat onto the mystery person who is wearing the hat. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you had so much fun making your hats. I had so much fun making mine. How cute is Crusher in that hat? Oh my god. And it was so sweet that she was wearing it. Oh, she didn't even shake it off. She's such a good sport. She wore it so nicely, didn't she? She did have to be bribed with a lot of treats, but that's okay. You know what? She does what she needs to do for food. Food is her thing. Crusher is my mini pig. She is 3.5 years old. We actually have the same birthday. She is just the best pet. She's extremely emotionally needy and she's high maintenance. But she's also so sweet and cute and fun to be around, and I just love her so much. And what a good sport for doing this craft with me and wearing the hat. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like it, and if you love it, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Stick around, I'd love to see more of you. I have more videos coming, hopefully every week, every other week, something like that. Leave a comment below. What did you think? What pet would you want to wear your tiny little mini one? Are you just wearing one? Did you make one for your whole family? What fabrics did you use? Did you use something laying around your house? I'd love to know. What crafts do you want to see me do? I have a lot planned, but I'd love to take some requests. So let me know what you thought and let me know what you want me to do in the future. I'm always learning, always doing new things, and I'd love for you to come along with me through this journey. Once again, I'm Hillary Tamar. You can follow me on all my social medias linked here. If you made this and posted to Instagram, make sure you tag me at Tiny Hell Makers. I'd love to see what you did with it. It's such a customizable craft, and I'd love to see what everybody else came up with. I will see you guys on the next video. Merry Christmas, everybody!